Why did I throw that? Why'd you tell me to throw that? Hey guys, my name is Keith Holland and I'm going to show you how to go from regular backwoods to rose blunts. So I've always asked about my infamous rose blunts and I am finally ready to share with you guys how I accomplish the rose blunt. So first what we're going to do is we're going to take a rose, preferably it's a wilted rose already, so go to like the sales section of like your grocery store or your florist to kind of get the really cheap ones already because they're going to be torn apart anyway. So we're going to take and pluck about 3 petals. The outer layers are usually the biggest ones, and then because you put them in the broiler and they shrivel up, you want to make sure that the starting rose petals are bigger. So 2, 3, and we're gonna take some scissors and cut at the base where the stem was connected. Just kind of make them very, I mean, it can be jagged, it's whatever. Flat at the bottom. You want to do it for all of the petals because at a certain point you're gonna learn how to construct it like a backwood. And if you don't know how to roll backwoods, you don't need to be doing rose petals. So you definitely want to rinse them for about 6 to 8 seconds just to make sure that any pesticides or any type of chemicals are taken off of them. You don't want to inhale them because then you'll grow into like a tree. And who wants that? Not me. And I'm not responsible for you growing into a tree. So you'll rinse them for about 8 to 10 seconds. Once you do that, you'll take them and you'll put them in the broiler in an oven-proof pan. You do not want to use plastic. You do not want to use styrofoam. Don't ask me why I said that, but you don't want to use styrofoam, trust me. So after that, we want to make sure that the oven is set to high on broil, and then we're going to make sure that the rack is either on the middle or the top. You're going to make sure that the rose petals go in only for about 6 to 8 seconds. 6 if you know you were like you can't wait until 8, but 6 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Bring it back out. So after they've come out of the broiler for about 6 to 8 seconds, you'll clearly see that there's a color difference. You didn't burn it, you didn't mess up. That's how it's supposed to be. It's just because the heat has darkened the color of the roses, and I actually like it better dark. So now is the fun part. We're gonna construct our own backwood. Take the first petal. You have to use your mouth. You have to use it as if it's a regular backwood. So you just want to make sure that it's just a little moist around the outer rim of it. I feel like poison ivy from Batman kind of. But then you're going to just layer them. So this, I kind of put the bigger ones at the bottom and then lick them to make them stick. Almost until you get what you see here. And it's a constructed rosewood is what I like to call it. I'm gonna take about a gram and just put it right in the middle. If you roll skin blunts, you can't smoke with me. So I know that because it's like a rose, you might think that it's gonna be super delicate and tear super easy. It's not. I mean, don't like manhandle it, but you can apply a little bit of pressure and kind of make it as tight as you would a normal backwood because any air pockets will result in the smoke not, coming to your mouth. So we're going to, this is probably the longest part of the process. Long, making sure it's tight. Think of like trying on jeans from like 3 years ago, that tight. I'm gonna tug on it to make sure it's not going anywhere. So when you get to this part, there's a little bit of excess on the end. You can always just take your pair of scissors and cut that. And then now it's kind of like evened out and it's gonna be easier to just close it out. All right, so now that we've rolled the rose petals, it's gonna come out something like this. Just to scale it, it's literally the same length as like a backwood. So just to solidify the roses, you want to make sure that all the excess moisture is out of it. You want to take it and put it back inside of the broiler for about 6 to 8 seconds. Again, you can do 10 if you want to be extremely sure, but 6 to 8 seconds, you bring it out, you let it rest for a little bit. I used to let it rest for like a minute or so. But once that's done, it's ready to smoke. This is for experienced backwood rollers only. I mean, if you watch it like a million times, you probably can pick it up, but I want my credit. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to send in your pictures of your rose blunts, and also like, comment, and subscribe so you can let me know what you guys want to see next. Happy smoking. Yeah, that's a rose blunt.